Hi there, Steve here in Sydney. I'll just do the lay GNOSIS take on remote viewing, which is a very modern, exciting scientific verification of an ability we all have, that we've always had apparently since time began. But it's scientifically verified by a famous organisation, Stanford Research Institute, done for the military. Remote viewing was verified as being able to retrieve information beyond our normal senses, separated by space and time. There's some very famous names and exploits associated with remote viewing, such as Joe Moneagle, Mr. Pat Price, who was the only remote viewer who could read writing, which is normally a left brain function. He was able to draw Russian military installations in significant fine detail and read writing there. So very unusual for a remote viewer to be able to do that, and for his outstanding ability he was assassinated. It's a damn good read. Have a look. Ed Dames, all sorts of other people. Ingo Swann, another flamboyant remote viewer. Skip Atwater. All these people are at pains to tell us in books that we really don't know ourselves at all, and we all wander around sort of like sleepwalkers when there's a lot more information coming into our brains than we think. The good news is that today on the internet there's some wonderful courses you can get where you are trained to do remote viewing. As far as I know, it still requires a team of like-minded enthusiasts to get useful results out of remote viewing. But the fact that you can do it at all raises some big questions, and that's raised by one of the prominent people on the YouTube videos. If you can remote view Mars and find lost people, and find minerals, and find oil, and find this simply by using a Hemi sync tape and a bit of concentration, and 6 people can do it together, what are we? That is the big question. What are we? People doing these CD courses over, say, a 12-month period report regular practice of this remote viewing, which involves a type of meditation, has a transformational effect on the individual, which again raises the question, transformational into what? Well, they don't explain much in simple magazine articles because all the readers are asleep. They've journeyed somewhere and got somewhere and they want to tell you about it, but you don't really understand what they're talking about because it's really a kind of Gnostic experience. Joe McMonagle's transformational experience was an NDE, a near-death experience. So you can get the CDs and spend a couple of years transforming yourself. Near-death experience I do not recommend. It's damn risky and very inefficient. Only about 10% of people remember anything from a near-death experience. Now, the regular practice of remote viewing is a meditational experience, and that results, in case you don't know, that results in something called self-attunement, which everyone is equipped to do. All they need to be is to be mildly curious, and self-attunement will follow no matter what path they follow, whether it be dowsing, which is a loose partner of remote viewing, or remote viewing itself. But if you put a lot of effort into that, you are transforming yourself into something else. But what you say, where are you headed with this transformational experience? Where does it deliver you? Well, I'm going to give you something for free to tack onto your remote viewing. A significant feature of remote viewing is it intrudes on your life. You have to spend something like 45 minutes daily or several times a week at least doing something, sitting in a chair, relaxing, using Hemi-sync tapes, etc. It requires some dedication, and thus you've got to throw something else out of your life to do that. It's still a very, very worthy cause to follow. But what if I said to you, there's a way to get to the end of the game? The remote viewing is a game. At the end of it, there's something waiting for you, and you're not sure what, but you sure damn well like to know, wouldn't you? There's another way to bypass the slowness of remote viewing. You can actually add it to remote viewing. Continue doing your RV practices. But I want you to go to a website called truebluehealer.com, where something much quicker will take place for you. It's a biochemical switch closure in yourself. It takes only 20 minutes. You'll get physical feedback that you have changed in just 20 minutes. A week later, you'll start to get some messaging dreams, and so much evidence will accrue, including physical evidence, that you'll have to keep a diary. You can mix this happily with your remote viewing. It's a wonderful way to go, and you'll find out what's waiting for you at the end of your remote viewing activities as the decades go by. But it's brought to you in a week or a fortnight instead with something called GNOSIS. And that comes out of the website. It's for free, it's all there, no charges, and it's at truebluehealer.com. A number of people 1 and 2 years ahead of you are available for comments. You can ask them anything. There's a listing of their email links, and what can I say? Tack it onto your remote viewing, your dowsing, whatever you're doing to increase knowledge of yourself and what lives inside you, and to solve the question ultimately of what you really are. You find that out at the website truebluehealer.com. So if you want to know what are we, you'll get a much better understanding in just 20 minutes at a website, truebluehealer.com. I commend it to you. Steve in Sydney, over and out.